Welcome everyone to Tailgate Thursday for week number 5 of the 2022 college football season. My name is David Morrison from the Ball Society Network, here to break down another great week across the college football landscape. We begin high noon on ESPN. Two undefeated teams from the Southeastern Conference will meet to start the day. The 7th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats heading down to Oxford to take on the 14th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels. Kentucky already with a big road win earlier in this year when they went down to the Swamp to defeat Florida. Meanwhile, Ole Miss playing their first big test of the season as they welcome in Kentucky. So it'll be the Cats and the Rebels noon on ESPN. We got 3 big games in the 3:30 slot across 3 different networks. We begin with the SEC on CBS. Number 2, Alabama at number 20, Arkansas. The Razorbacks coming off that heartbreaking loss to Texas A&M in Arlington last week, and now Alabama comes into town. This is the second of 5 big road games for Alabama this season. Remember the last time they were on the road, they barely escaped Texas with the win. Does Arkansas pull the upset, or does Alabama continue their winning ways? It will be the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks, 3:30 on CBS. On Fox, a rematch of last year's Big 12 championship game. Number 9 Oklahoma State Cowboys at the number 16 Baylor Bears. The Big 12 is wide open with Oklahoma getting upset by Kansas State. Texas has been kind of slow this year. So here you go. This could be maybe not the only time these two teams have meet this year. They could be back in the Big 12 championship game, but these two teams always play each other very competitively. Number 9 Oklahoma State and number 16 Baylor. 3:30 on Fox should be a fun one. 3:30 on ABC, a battle in the ACC. Number 22 Wake Forest coming off a heartbreaking loss at home. They lost in double overtime to Clemson. They have to head to Tallahassee to take on number 23 Florida State. That'll be 3:30 on ABC. Florida State undefeated so far this year. They've been, I guess you could say, a surprising team in college football this year, although this is a pretty big brand name in college football. But can Florida State continue their undefeated ways, or does Wake Forest end that? Should be a lot of fun. The Demon Deacons and the Seminoles Saturday on ABC. And then Saturday Night Football on ABC. Couple of undefeated teams in the Atlantic Coast Conference. And this is a big-time ACC Atlantic Division battle as the Clemson Tigers, number 5 in the country, as I mentioned, defeated Wake Forest on the road in double overtime. Welcome in the 10th-ranked NC State Wolfpack. This is a huge game for Dabo Swinney and the Tigers. NC State looking to dethrone Clemson. That's been a thorn to their side the last several years. Could NC State finally get to the top of the ACC Atlantic, or is it still Clemson's division? Should be a lot of fun. We'll find out how the weather's going to look as Hurricane Ian's remains will kind of play havoc in that game along with the Florida State game. So we'll see how the weather looks Saturday night. But it will be the Wolfpack and the Tigers Saturday night, 7:30 on ABC. Our high school football game of the week takes us down to Chattanooga. The longest rivalry in the Volunteer State, the Blue Tornadoes of McCauley taking on the Red Raiders of Baylor. It's our Ball Society High School game of the week. These two teams always play each other very competitively. McCauley has won the last 2 meetings between the Blue Tornado and the Red Raiders. So that is our Ball Society High School game of the week, McCauley at Baylor. Don't forget to listen to the official podcast of the Ball Society. Good old Rocky Top, available wherever you get your podcast that you listen to. Amazon, Spotify, Amazon. We may be on YouTube. You never know where good old Rocky Talk is going to be. And we want to thank our fans for last week's episode. It was the most downloaded episode that we've had in the 5-6 weeks we've done the podcast. So thank you very much and continued support Ball Society. Also, don't forget to follow our social media pages, facebook.com/UTBallSociety, youtube.com/BallSociety, and on Twitter @SocietyBall. That's going to wrap it up for Tailgate Thursday for week number 5. Enjoy the bye week, ball fans. Watch a little football and have a great weekend. This is Tailgate Thursday with David Morrison.